China's Belt and Road Initiative to link up 65 countries for trade and investment is a thematic blueprint for major infrastructure developments. Such developments require specialist expertise. Joseph Ferrigno is managing partner of AMCG Partners, a Hong Kong-based specialist advisory firm which works with governments, development banks, contractors, equipment suppliers and investors on the implementation of public-private partnerships for infrastructure projects in the Asian region.
Why is there so much interest in Belt and Road projects and the use of public-private partnerships? And it's very simple. It's because when governments and private sector collaborate, you get the best results. You get the best design, you get the lowest risks of cost overruns and delays, in the completion of these projects. And the benefits are so attractive. In this era of history, more and more collaboration amongst government and private sector is happening. And actually there's a very well-known Wharton professor who says this is the century when collaboration is the paradigm.
As Joseph Ferrigno says, the intractable problems of cross-boundary transportation and appropriate forms of energy supply in Asia can be well met by adopting public-private partnerships as a methodology, with the Belt and Road as the underlying idea.
The only way we can connect regional Asian nations, not just China to the others, but let's say Malaysia to Singapore to a greater extent, and involve Myanmar as well. You need to have the nations involved. You can't just do it with one nation. Now, the governments don't have the capabilities to do the planning and the design and control the costs, so they must involve the private sector. Belt and Road is a development theme, which in my view is brilliant. It's formulated and promulgated by the PRC because they are very good planners. They're very good thinkers and motivators, and they realize that there needs to be a development theme to attract other countries to participate. Putting together a group of participants, both public sector and private sector, getting them to agree on acceptable levels of the allocation of risks and the allocation of potential returns, right? This is something not for the faint-hearted. It does really take a lot of concentration and skillful negotiation.
For Joseph Ferrigno, Hong Kong has provided a platform for public-private participation projects, not least being the Eastern Harbour Crossing, which operated under a build-operate-transfer model over 3 decades.
I was with Lehman Brothers Kun Lo and one of our very important Japanese contractor clients, Kumagai Gumi, made a proposal to the government. It was a fascinating experience in reaching out to China to get them to participate in a consortium which I put together for that project. But Hong Kong law is essential for many of these big projects that require large amounts of debt and equity. Hong Kong is a government that understands this, very good planners, people who are experienced in public-private partnerships, and there are private sector companies here, contractors and investors who understand it as well.